Well, actually, he steps out so much from his goal. He kind of limits his reaction time here. Huff is not unable to get it past the goalkeeper, but wonderful run off the right-hand side into a central position. Anu has made a big impact in this game.
He was brought in today, right?
Yeah. Give them that extra cover in midfield. Slotting in at the back in those defensive set pieces. Wagging his
doing there. Trying to help the number 11 up. He's okay. Up he's not. Thankfully the rain is still there, but they've got a goal. It's Anu who doesn't score many. And he's opened the scoring here for Lion City Sailors.
interesting celebration by Anu. But, I mean, talk about impact coming into this game and doing such good work on the defensive side of it. Free kick taken very quickly. Diego Lopez with that run. That's a neat finish from Anu. Has it perhaps taken a deflection on its way through?
It did.
I think it's taken a deflection there, and that's why it's put Koga off. He's diving towards his right. Deflection sending it into the back of the net. Lion City Sailors just giving a bit of variation on the set piece on that occasion. Playing it short, going to take it quickly. Finding the goal.
Fantastic there. Anumantan has opened the scoring here.
Left his mark on the scoreline and on the corner flag.
Marking out his territory. Now, what's the response going to be from Albirex Niigata? Here's Idetsu. Oh, it's an immediate response! There's your answer. And this man loves to score with his head. Kodai Tanaka with the immediate response from Niigata.
What a game this is turning out to be. What a response from Albirex. Kodai Tanaka playing off Amirul. Have a look at his movement here. The quality of the delivery. He's onside, no issue. That's a lovely run. That's a lovely run. And Amirul, I mean, he's probably, when you look at that, he's probably going to have to take a look at his body shape and his positioning in that situation because he's facing towards his own goal. Tanaka just gets on the run on him. There's too much power and a great finish from Tanaka.
Another assist for Idetsu, another goal for Tanaka, who is now equal with Boris Kopitovic with 18 goals this season.
He's almost been, as I said, more effective playing off this left-hand side
than going central?
Than going central. Because his movement has been very good. And again, just there, great example of his movement for the goal. Lovely timing, keeps himself on side, looking right across that defensive line. Taking advantage of the fact that The defender's body shape was not quite right. He's got the momentum of the run as well.
And, you know, Roshan, he's not the tallest player in the world, but half his goals, more than half his goals have come from headers.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's all about timing. I mean, wonderful timing.
His leap. Fantastic. Well, if there was any doubt about the kind of game that we were going to have, it has been fantastic. But if you're Kim Do-hoon, you'd be hugely frustrated that you've conceded right off the back of scoring.
Yeah.
This is the most vulnerable time, right?
And I know we've looked at Amiral and his shape in that situation with the goal, but the frustrating thing as well is we see Tanaka just going down under pressure from Athlete, is that there was a lot of time and space for the cross to be sent in. There was nobody sort of quick to close down the first delivery coming in. You know, stop the crosses, because in your analysis of this, they would have said Omori on the left-hand side, Idetsu, especially Idetsu down the right-hand side from a deeper.
Are you sort of a believer in that added?
Have a look at whether there were any. You 1-0's a lot more dangerous, or even 0-0.
Surprising that.
To think going for it in their own way. You know, Lion City Sailors responding with their counter-attacks, with the transitions, looking dangerous in those moments. Albirex with a bit more possession and creating a threat of their own.
It's got all the key ingredients, hasn't it? Towards Song. Now Anu, goal scorer. Good pass from him, looking for Faris Ramli there. Timing of how long it was between the goal.
Towards his own goal, giving them an opportunity to put another delivery in.
Harun. Here's Sugita. To that danger man, Idetsu. Header. Straight at Hassan from Ilhan.
For more of a difficult position here, but again, Idetsu is far too much time and space to get on the ball, get his head up. Just have a look at that there and swing across in. He's not going to look to try and beat his man, Idetsu. He's very happy to send it in from those deeper positions.
So you're saying you'd like to see him...
It's a runner on the underlap is Sugita, for example. They've got to try and sort it out in that situation there. Noor Adam and I think Faris playing on the left-hand side, between themselves, communicate. Who's tracking the run of Sugita on the underlap? Who's going to close down Idetsu when he receives it in the wider positions?
Certainly a dangerous outlet there. Koga equal to the task. He had Song coming at him.
Because if the ball is not going in behind you, then what are you protecting that space for?
And you're seeing that as a dangerous outlet, aren't you, on that right-hand side?
It's led to a goal.
Yeah.
He's put in another cross there.
He's putting quite a few crosses already in this match. Let's see how they cope with Idetsu. So really growing his influence on this game. Kurimoto.
See, that's what they need on the left-hand side. It goes out to Omori, half is slow, quick to close down.
Ilhan. Had that one chance earlier on with that almost like a snapshot. Wow, it's a loose ball, it looked like for a minute. Rodam is there though. And the far mark here at Jurongi Stadium. 1-1 between Albirex Niigata and Lion City Sailors. Reminder again, the gap between the two sides is 5 points. There is still a match in hand for Albirex Niigata, but is it too early to say, Roshan, that nothing but a win for Albirex? We've still got enough games for them to still gain their ground?
Yeah, I mean...
Noradam sends that over. Kuzno should get there. Cross of his own. There's Idetsu. Clears on a great one. Here's Shadan.
Yeah, apologies for that awkward pause there. Just wanted to see how that cross from Noradam would pan out. I don't think it's
do or die, right?
Do or die. It's still a long way to go. I mean, it's difficult to see Albirex dropping too many points, or even Lion City Sailors.
Anu, perhaps buoyed by his earlier goal. Players saying, the fans saying shoot, that comes off. Kurimoto will be a corner.
Space had just opened up for him to have a shot at goal. Nice link up there. Warriors Song into the run of Anu. Again, a deflection that could have caused an issue for Koga.
Goalkeeper missed it. Clear now. They're all in the mix. Idetsu clears. It's important for Ilhan just to relieve that pressure.
Koga completely misjudging the flight of that delivery. Bailed out by his defense.
Took really well to get up there, Faris.
Well, to be fair to Koga, he's made a couple of really important saves this first half.
Yeah, just going back to that point, Roshan, because obviously, like you said, they're not going to drop too many points elsewhere. So you've got to kind of take advantage when you're playing the team you're vying against, right? And there's one more opportunity after this.
Yeah.
The two sides. So
on the, as things stand, the final day of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
that they are going to meet in October. Just to confirm that for you while we keep an eye on proceedings as well. There's Sugita.
Oh, the penultimate round of the season.
Not my $20 later, thank you. I kind of wish it was on the last day of the season, actually. I wish you were right on that, but it's not very often that you do get the league settled between the top two sides on the last day. So it's always great when that does happen, but it's not that common. But yeah, so you want to profit every time you play each other, right? This is where you want to take the points, because that's obviously denying them the opportunity, because both these sides, you'd imagine, are not going to drop too many more.
Also, you want to deliver a psychological blow.
Yeah.
And look at what happened the last time Albirex beat Lion City Sailors.
Yeah. They didn't really recover, did they?
They responded in a couple of those matches. After they started to drop points.
shot there from Kobayashi. We'll go out for a corner.
Well, first time I think we've really seen Omori find that space down the left-hand side to work with.
He's not had much joy, has he, today?
He's not had much space to work with down the left-hand side there. He's able to break away from Hafiz Noor. Find a cross into the area.
Oh, there was some pressure there on Hassan. Just enough. Sugita. Detsu's still there, remember, because of the corner. In by Omori. Now, this could be dangerous. Here's Diego Lopez. Just holding on in his run there. Hafiz Noor. He's got the pace. Oh, excuse me, Faris Rumley. Lopez! And that flag has gone up. They've had a few of these moments, haven't they?
Song's not happy with Diego Lopez. Says that he should have left the pass from Faris to him. But yeah, oh, that's a close one. I think it's the right decision. It's the correct call. He is offside as it's played into him. And perhaps he just should have left it for the run of Song, who was onside. I'm not sure if there was enough pace on the pass, to be fair, from Faris to actually get into Song. But he wanted him to leave it.
A few times they've been a bit exposed, haven't they? Albirex Niigata.
When you've seen the pattern of the game, Lion City Sailors looking dangerous on this counter-attack. You've seen them create opportunities from those situations.
Also seen them playing quite direct at times, aren't we? Albirex Niigata.
And it's changing things up at times, you know. Again, just that variation in their game.
There's the ball from Omori. And that sometimes has been a criticism of this Albirex side. He couldn't get that quick ball, did he? Could he? Song to Diego Lopez. There's sometimes a lack of a plan B in the past of Albirex sides.
I mean, you're
Before
talking
they
like
won.
way back.
Yeah, this is before they started winning those titles.
Yeah, because they've been pretty successful.
Yeah, correct. But they, you know what I mean? They always had that, just a tiki-taka style, but never much else. And then things began to change. Here they are, this left-hand side from Tanaka. And he's scored the next goal! 2 for him and 2 for Albirex. This man is on fire. He's now the top scorer in the Singapore Premier League with 19 goals.
What a goal. What a goal from Konai Tanaka. Love the technique behind the strike here. But again, you have to question the defending from the Lion City Sailors. He's just being invited in onto his stronger right foot. Lots of space here. He's allowed to run in. No approach being made. Cuts inside. And you look at these two here, Amirul and Shadan. Shadan's blaming Amirul. He wants him to go and close him down quicker. But if he's been invited inside onto his right foot, then you need to have a player coming from that other angle here to step across and close off that that option for a shot, that opening for a shot towards the far post. Shadan needs to come in there as well, I think. And obviously, it's a situation where Amirul as well, I think, needs to get tighter.
Well, you're going to have a look at those goals again at half-time with John Dykes, Roshan. But do you think Hassan maybe could have done a little bit better? But he got quite a decent hand on it.
Got a hand to it. I think just the placement, enough pace on it to beat Hassan.
Lovely, lovely shot, wasn't it? They have got the lead for the first time in this match.
But again, it comes down to those basics of not closing down. Right,
Well,
you're just essentially allowing the opposition to have a shot, allowing the opposition to send a cross in.
And that was just your same comment for the first goal.
Yeah.
Not closing down the cross.
On the cross, yeah.
So, Albirex, all-important lead, and only 6 minutes left till half-time. Now, we We had a quick response from Albirex earlier. We get one perhaps from Lion City Sailors. There's Ilhan. Offset forward. Tanaka. Put some pressure now on Amirul, who's... Well, just to see how he's feeling about things at the moment. Now Ilhan. He stopped his tracks and there was Shudder to help out. Sugita. Pedro does enough and he's advancing forward. Diego Lopez behind Hafiz Noor. Are you seeing the right-hand side for Lion City Sailors at the moment a bit of a problem area now, as in right back, where Amirul is? Because twice now he's sort of been bullied.
Yeah, he has been.
And you're saying there's also a problem on the left,
there's
isn't there,
also a problem on the left with Idetsu. But again, it comes back to, like I said, that variation in Albirex' game. Early on, they were going a lot down the right-hand side. Now they switched it out to the left, and they're finding spaces with those diagonal passes out. And they sort of draw Lion City Sailors to one side of the pitch with short passes, and then look for the switch to the far side, where, as we saw there, Tanaka was able to find a bit of space to then run in and attack that defense.
As you see, the tweaks post half-time break. We're talking about breaking the glass in terms of emergency rush. Is this going to come a little early, do you think, or we've still so much football to play, right?
There's still a long way to go, and in the games between these two sides, we have seen a position that was struggling a little bit. We have seen responses from both these sides in terms of the performances in the second half of matches.
We've also seen late goals, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
In this matchup. Oh, lovely work, Tanaka. Well, the best ball, though, to his partner. There's Harris. You know that generally Yoshinaga very rarely makes use of 4 or 5 subs. Doesn't like to make too many changes. Very settled 11, this man here. Kim Do-hoon is not afraid of making the changes.
Yeah, he's got the bench.
And he's got the bench
to do it as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
Reminder of his bench is one Mahmoud, and was the goalkeeper, Kim Shinuk. Forward, Ikram Rifki. Fullback, Maxime Lestienne, we know all about him. Gabriel Park. Amuruddin Ashraf, another forward, doesn't get much game time these days. Adam Swandi, Saiful Akbar, and Bill Mamadou.
There's no Adam going a little bit too aggressively on Idetsu. It's very late. No problem with the second challenge from Anu. Anu was actually heard the whistle go. And he saw him screaming at the referee, "I got the ball." Yeah, he did. The foul was with Noor Adam. And I think Yoshinaga wants a yellow card for Noor Adam. It's actually quite fortunate to get away without the booking.
Amirul, touch on that from Hafiz. Here's Son. Touch on from Anu. Back with Albirex. Here's Kakuta. Now Omori. Gets the cross in. Tanaka felt a bit of a high boot there, perhaps, from Harris.
Well, that's what he's claiming. I think he lowers his head to try and meet that cross from Omori. Nothing wrong with that from Harris.
Final few seconds of this first half. Told it's going to be just the 1 minute of added time. So we've got something on it. There's a foul in the area, lots of bodies in there. Of that 1 minute. Han done well, Sugita. And as we wrap proceedings up here, Roshan, would you say 2-1 is slightly flattering or about right for you at the moment?
No, I think it's about right. Good control for most of this game, and they've carved out those opportunities. He's taken those chances. I think it's fair at the moment. The LCS have had their openings from counter-attacking situations as well, but aside from that, the Albirex, I think, have had the better of this first half.
Thanks very much, Roshan. He'll be heading off to the studio for our halftime analysis. Anumanthan got us going with the 21st minute goal to give Lion City Sailors the lead. A deflected finish, and the response was immediate from Albirex Niigata. Header in, double figures now in headers for Kodai Tanaka. And then he scored a second. Not too long before half-time. A wonderful curled effort.
This was a really great chance. Ball played over the top. There was no pressure on Kobayashi. He was able to play a ball over the top of that defense. And Noor Adams just got on his heels there. Sugita with that acceleration into space.
Let's have a look at the second of Koga's saves here. This one, I think, could have been placed a bit further away. But let's.
And again, quick transition is where Lion City Sailors have looked dangerous. Just again, unable to get it past Albrex's goalkeeper on that occasion.
What the game really needed was a goal. We'd seen plenty of entertainment, we'd seen chances, and then the most unlikely of scorers, albeit via deflection, Anu. Rich reward followed by an interesting celebration.
Yeah, I mean, Anu, I think to his credit, gets himself into a really good position here to have a shot at goal, keeps it low, which is important, takes a deflection on its way through. And again, this is a variation from the Lion City Sailors with the set piece. Instead of waiting for everyone to come up, they take a short one quickly.
But how about this for a reply? This was nicely worked, and once the ball comes in, well, the quality, of course, is what sets this one up as well.
Yeah, I think Fares needs to get closer there to stop the cross from coming in from Idetsu. But Albirex, to their credit, they work the space for Idetsu very well down the right-hand side. Just have a look at how they keep the ball here. And that means that Lion City Sailors' defense has to sort of drop back. And then you get the overlapping run from Idetsu. There's space created for him to send that cross in there. Lovely run from Tanaka, really well timed. And he's hungry in that situation, want to go and meet it.
Have a little look, Roshan, at the little step that Tanaka takes to the left before he makes his run. That gives him the little run here on Amaral, and that gives him the inevitable win.
He's got the momentum along with him, right? He's running towards goal. He can go and attack that cross.
And then this game, just when you thought, you know, it couldn't get any more exciting, how about this? Cutting in on the right-hand side, Kodai Tanaka. And I think let's start with the power on the shot, because you do wonder whether Hassan Sani, who's been so good this season, could have done better. Could he?
It's difficult with the pace of this shot and the direction as well, you know, aim towards the top corner there. I think first of all you need to look inside onto his favorite right foot here. I mean, you need to be closer. You need to be closer in those situations and close off those angles as well. Sharan, I think, perhaps can come across, and him and Amirul can try and squeeze that space.
Yeah, they could have stopped it, but there's no stopping Kodai Tanaka. You know, just the last thing on that one, the second replay we had there from the side on angle told you that it was the pace that beat Hassan Sani there. He did get a hand there. The ball was just about past him by the time he touched it. So great finish from a guy who's gone to the top of the goal-scoring charts. That's the impressive outing we've seen. He's scored goals number 18 and 19 this evening to go ahead of Boris Kopitovic. This is a remarkable story. We spoke about this guy at the start of the season. He's got no pedigree, so to speak of, really, has he? At top pro level.
Yeah, I mean, no, he's come in and he's having a fantastic season for Albirex Niigata. And again, I think, you know, that tactical tweak of Ilhan coming in has sort of released him a little bit more in terms of giving him that freedom to play in off that left-hand side, more space to sort of roam in behind opposition defences. And he's just a player that's playing full of confidence at the moment. It's really good to see. I mean, as I said at the start of this, strikers will really enjoy playing in this Albirex Niigata side with the chances that they do create.
Right, Rushan, you got some commentary to do. And as I said when we came back for this halftime show, the good news is there's another 45 or so minutes of this to come. It has been an excellent top-of-the-table clash thus far. And we've still got plenty more of great stuff to come this weekend. We've got a doubleheader for you coming up tomorrow. We've got Tampines against Hougang, Tanjong Pagar against Geylang International. Sunday's game is Balestier against Young Lions. And then midweek action with Geylang going once again against Tampines Rovers. But it's all about the second half from Jurong East when we come back in just a moment. The first half has been magnificent. And remember, there is so much on the line here. What drama lies in store for us? Find out by catching the second half, which is next.
Away from kick-off here, second half in this AIA Singapore Premier League match between Albirex Niigata and Lion City Sailors. As you can see right now on your screens, it's Albirex who are leading here by 2-1. It is the best attack versus the best defence. And, well, at the moment, the best defence in the league is conceded 2 goals, Rushan.
Two very good goals. Yeah, I think two very good goals. The way we had a look at the replays during the halftime show, how Albirex actually created that space for Idetsu on the run down the right-hand side to actually send a cross in was really good approach play, and then Tanaka with great timing on that header. And then the second one as well, there was actually a lot of space for Kan Kobayashi to play a pass out wide to Tanaka, and then for Tanaka, it was far too easy for him to just run in, create an angle for himself.
Yeah.
Lovely technique on the strike though. All about the pace and the power. The pace in that situation, beating Hassan Sani.
We can tell you there are no substitutions coming into this second half from either side. And also, as we look at Lion City Sailors, you and I were privileged enough to have a look at their facilities yesterday in the opening. And I say privileged because it was something, I think, spectacular, never seen before in this country.
I know I've never seen a training ground, a professional club in Singapore have its own training ground, its own training center, its own academy, and so well built, so well structured, right? So well thought out. It is a very well run club, the Lion City Sailors, and you have to give them a lot of credit for the work that they've done in the short time that they've been around. Of course, people will say, yeah, they've got a lot of money, they've got a lot of money to invest. Yeah, but they've invested it in the club, they invested it correctly, and they've done the right things with it.
Yeah, a real joy that, but not so joyous on the pitch at the moment for the Sailors.
Just to add on to that, the other thing I wanted to bring up was, and I think it shows what can be done. Private sector, public sector coming together for the good of Singapore football.
Yeah, well said. And hopefully a blueprint for the future. Talking for the future, there's Ilhan Fandi. Hasn't got his goal yet. He has been very, very good so far since he's moved across. Will he get on the score sheet tonight? Are you perhaps a bit surprised? No changes? Or you thought maybe they'll just wait till around that hour mark? 5 subs these days, of course, the rules.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised that he's not made any changes. I think still just the goal in it. There's a few tweaks, I think on the defensive side, making sure that they close down a lot quicker. They're more compact in the spaces in between the lines. And then in an attacking sense, you know, you want to show more quality on the ball, especially with your finishing. It will create opportunities. They do have the quality to do that, this Lion City Sailor side. So I don't think there's any real reason for them to panic right now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they figure things out on either flank in the second half. Lion City Sailors. Diego Lopez. It's gone out for a corner. Messi, but Netsu heads it clear. Ilhan Fandi puts it out of play. Diego Lopez won't get there. Now Sugita. Poor ball, that one, from Omori. Normally, you and I, whenever he's playing, we're really so impressed by him. He's not quite been at the races today, right?
Yeah, but have a look at how aggressive Albirex are pressing here. They want to try and limit the Lion City Sailors in those possession phases, and they don't want them to get into any sort of passing momentum, any sort of rhythm. I mean, quick, very quick to close down. Sugita just fouled there. Going back to your point about Omori, yeah, I don't think he's been as open for him in this game as he's usually used to. And although we did see towards the end of the first half him starting to get a little bit more involved on the left-hand side, send a couple of crosses into the area.
Also doesn't have his usual partner in crime in Sugita playing with him. Here's Idetsu. The Idetsu Sugita axis is one that is quite impressive as well. Getting on to these crosses, aren't they? And Hassan just tips that over.
Yeah, Idetsu and putting in a nice ball. It's actually a good opportunity there for Jun Kobayashi. Fortunately, I mean, technically you are supposed to head it down, but he's almost hit his own toes with that header.
Yeah, you know, this Albirex side have been so impressive this season, and just given the turnover, you can bet a lot of clubs are licking their lips at all these players, aren't they?
Yeah, and you know there'll be players here looking to go and move on to other clubs in the Singapore Premier League or other clubs in and around the region, or even back to Japan, play at a higher level. We've seen that happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, Albirex themselves as well. I said Lion City Sailors are such a well-run club. Albirex themselves are a very well-run club. You know, scouting has been incredible. You know, the structure that's been in place has been fantastic.
And even more impressive given how young the players are and the turnover.
That's right. It's having to almost rebuild every season.
Smashed over from Omori. Fell quite nicely for him. Sat up there.
And across from Idetsu, taking a big deflection. Hafiz no, a heavy first touch. Just helped on to Omori. To his credit, Hafiz was quick enough to close down Omori. Give him a clear chance to have a shot at goal.
And it's back with Albirex. Here's Kakuta. Omori wants it. He knows he has it. Kobayashi. Gets an important touch. There looks to be a bit of a yank from Anu. Haria.
Yeah, and again, it's all come about because Albirex are really setting the tempo here and playing with very good aggression and intensity. It came about from, again, good pressing down the right-hand side. They were quick to win the ball back, not giving Lion City Sailors any time and space on the ball in possession.
Come out with purpose, real purpose here, Albirex. Stop. I think I just saw Blake Mishuto there.
Oh yeah,
From,
he is there. Looks like Shugic Nishiguchi might be there as well.
Nice to see that.
Yeah, great to see that.
So much at stake, and that stand is now nicely filling up as well, with the rain having stopped. Not a good cross in, I'm afraid, as far as Albirex are concerned. Well, it's been all Albirex, hasn't it? Second half.
It's been all Albirex, yeah. The Sailors haven't gotten into the second half. Of course, yes, you said there's a long way to go, but signs are not very encouraging at the moment.
You'd have expected it the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Given that they were behind.
They start off at a quicker tempo. Instead, it's Albirex who look to have more desire, quicker to close down, showing more quality in the pressing.
Here come the Sailors now. Song up to Faris. Looking for his own curled effort.
Just about there, looking to try and make me eat my words with that quick counter. But this is where, to be fair, this is what we've mentioned, Lion City Sailors have looked at their best. It's these quick counter attacks where they've looked dangerous.
But it's, you know, barring Albirex, this is not a tactic that they use on anyone else, right? Is it? how easy is it for a team to transition to that sort of mindset or mode? As Pedro puts it up for a throw-in.
Listen, I'm sure it's something they would have expected coming into this game. And from their experiences playing against Albirex Niigata, they will know what kind of side they are up against. They'll know that there'll be moments when they won't have the ball because of how good Albirex are. They know they'll be closed down quickly. You know, so they would have been aware of what they're coming up against, what they're facing. You know, sometimes having a plan and carrying out the plan, two completely different things.
We're going to have some changes here.
There we go. Shots of Rashuto, Nishiguchi, and Shugic.
So Faris is out. He's replaced by that man, Maxime Lestienne, who, as Wilson pointed out earlier, has a lot of strapping on that left thigh, doesn't he? The key thigh,
yeah,
as it were. Asking for quality balls in. He just combines so well. The Lestienne Diego Lopez axis is wonderful to watch, isn't it?
It certainly is. They've got a wonderful understanding, and they know it as well.
Danger here at the moment. Here's Tanaka. Dependable Paris Harun in the way. Up to Song. There.
Well, he's held on to it really well under pressure. There was a chance of perhaps playing Hafiz Noor. Didn't quite take that option. And he hung on to it.
First touch for Lestienne. Comes in field. Anu. Concerted possession they've had in that final third in the second half. I wonder if there's any coincidence in the fact that it's Lestienne, but now come Albirex up the other end. Tanaka, Kobayashi! The goal has come, but it's not from Sailors. Albirex Niigata have extended their lead here. 3-1.
Oh, that is such a good finish from Kobayashi and a very good counter-attack from Albirex Niigata. We said Lion City Sailors have looked at their best when they're on the transition. Albirex showing them how it's done with the finish at the end. Now, Tanaka carrying the ball forward before laying it off to Kobayashi. And he just, in those situations, it looks like the attacker is going to try and bend it towards the far post. There's a bit of a gap there that he's able to squeeze it in at the near post. It's a lovely finish from Kan Kobayashi. Wonderful technique on that hit.
Talked about the best defense in the SPL. They've been exposed here. 3 goals now conceded by Lion City Sailors. Real problems, Roshan.
Real problems for them. And you see Hafiz Noor to try and get on the end of this one. Kunimoto's quick to come across. It will be a goal kick.
Just to add to their irritation.
Great challenge from Kunimoto. Showing that he had the pace to keep up with Hafiz Noor. He's matching his stride. It looks like they've got their number. And you look at this run from the Lion City Sailors. Those 2 draws, a defeat to Albirex, those 2 draws, and then perhaps unconvincing against Tampines. And you just see that shot goal sailing over the bar. Or performance against Tampines that really could have gone either way. Game could have going the way of the Stags as well.
This is only the second time this season they have conceded 3 goals in a match. The other one was a 4-3 against Hougang, which was a bit of a crazy game towards the end. A couple of mistakes made by Lion City Sailors, but they were very much in control of that match. Not something we can say here in this one, Roshan. It's been very much Albirex Niigata's half so far. Rough, but Swandy not short of options. Here's Norada. Trying to close him down. Song. Good aggression from him. Here's Diego Lopez. Rolandi joins the attack here. Not good enough ball. Is that late from Harris? He will go into the book. I think he knew it immediately, didn't he? You can see some not so great body language at the moment.
No, I think they're very open as they try and chase this game. I think Harris knows he's late to that one. He knows he's going to be in trouble with the referee. He's trying to stop potential counter-attack as well. He's hurt himself a little bit in the process. But they are all over the place at the moment, the Lion City Sailors.
This doesn't look good. A bit of a wince as well. Reminder, there are just 2 points between these sides now, if it stays this way, with a match in hand, and they still have to play each other one more time.
Let's not look at that. Tanaka just quicker to the ball.
That doesn't look good on replay, does it?
Immediately, Sugita has put pressure on Noradam. That's a cue for everyone else to step forward and press as well. Kakuta is trying to win the ball off Anu. Doesn't work out on this occasion, but you can see the intent there from Albirex Niigata. You know, they're not sitting back and trying to protect their spaces in their own half. They are looking to try and put this Lion City Sailor side under pressure almost immediately. They don't want them getting into any sort of passing rhythm here.
Yeah, case in point. This is kind of harking back to early in the season, is it, Roshan, when we saw in those early matchups in the Community Shield, and then their first match where it was Albirex pushing, pressing on Lion City Sailors right from the start.
That's right. You know, and as the season has gone on, this Albirex Niigata side have just grown and grown, and with time on the training ground, you know, they've really
the traditional time when subs are generally made. Lestien has gone over onto this right-hand side for now. Here's Song to Lestien. Now Hafiz Noor. Here's Norada. Good challenge in from Sugita.
working hard, tracking runners, making sure they keep pace with their markers. That's good work from Sugita again. They're showing a lot more desire at the moment. They're showing a lot more intensity in their overall play.
Well, there's definitely a lot of intensity, a bit of aggression as well. We're going to have a couple of changes here for Lion City Sailors. Admiral Adli is off. Kim Shin-wook is coming on. And we're hearing as well that Anu is going off. He's replaced by Saifullah. So presumably Hafiz goes into right back Russian.
Yeah, it looks that to be the case.
Oh, lovely work there from Ilhan. Holding the ball up. And that was given away by Kim Shin-wook, his first touch. Kobayashi back to Omori. There's Kobayashi again. Tanaka on a hat-trick, remember. Lovely ball in to Kobayashi. Ilhan. Contact he wanted. Oh, so nicely done by Haria.
He's such a good player, Haria. I'm a big fan of his. I've been watching him since the start of the season. He had to step into central defence. Can play in central defence. Can play in this screening midfield role.
Stepping up from
stepping
where he was.
forward, nice and composed.
There's Lestienne back on the left-hand side. Now Norada. Again, on that cross, go up for a corner.
Fortunate to Bills again.
So a different dimension now that we have Kim Shin-wook up front, don't we?
Yeah, and they've kept Song on the pitch as well. Someone to play off Kim Shin-wook.
There's Lestienne. He's just got players in front of him, hasn't he?
That's what I mean about closing off those angles and coming across and working together.
Hafiz Noor. Saifullah.
Well, look at the intensity from Albirex here defensively, on the defensive side of the game. I mean, Omori, yeah, you say he's doing his job, but he gets his body in the way. There's good closing down in front of him. There's not much space to work with. They're saying to the opposition, they're saying to the Lion City Sailors, we're going to make it as uncomfortable for you as we possibly can. You need to actually show your quality. We're going to make you work incredibly hard to break us down and to try and get anything from this game. As for the Sailors, you know, at times it's looked like, you know.
Ball in from Lestienne. It's a bit of a touch on Song. He'll keep this in.
It's looked like it's just given Albirex certain openings, certain opportunities. It's not been as intense in the closing down. It's not been as disciplined in working together to close off the spaces Albirex looked to try and work with.
Here's Lopez, space on the left-hand side. That's far too easy for Koga.
Strong from Saifullah. Already he's come in and he's put in a couple of strong challenges, just showing his intent to try and make an impact in the game.
out of the way. Kobayashi, Nakakuta. Here's Song for the Lion City Sailors. Desperate to get pull one back and then see how that sets them up. Still about 25 minutes or so in this match, includes some added time. Hafiz Noor. Omori. Too easy. The ball back. Now Ilhan. He's got options. Sugita to his right. He goes left. Here's Omori. Oh, the chance. A golden chance. Caught two minds. What do you put for that one?
Yeah. Excuse me, I wonder if he was actually thinking about whether it should have been a cross or a shot. In the end, it's neither really from Omori. But again, have a look at the work. It was Omori that actually started it.
Yeah.
You know, winning the ball off Hafiz Noor. There's no space for the Sailors to work with, and that's a credit to Albirex and the way they set themselves out defensively and the intensity again that they're playing at. Again, you can talk tactics all you want, but it also comes down to these basic elements of the game. You know, how your desire to work, you're closing down, you're shutting off spaces, putting opposition under pressure.
Right now, it's Sailors very much on the back foot.
He just needs to be careful here, Nora. I'm already on a caution. Again, that was a cynical challenge, you know. He knows exactly what he's doing. Telling Albirex bench to compose themselves. I'm sure that'll be the last warning for Noor Adam.
Not looking particularly happy. Noor Adam on a fine line here. Players have come out with real purpose, Roshan, and I guess part of it is why fix something that ain't broke right now.
Yeah.
So very much trusts this 11. These players to make too many changes in the match. Here's Sugita. Now with Detsu. A low cross in into Sharan Sulaiman. Lopez. He's got a bit of frustration today. Out wide to Hafiz Noor. Saifullah. Here's Noor Adam. Towards Maxime Lestienne. Ball in from Noor Adam. And Song running backwards. Always difficult like that.
But they had to be patient in the build-up here, especially on his left-hand side. Noor Adam was able to join Lestienne in an advanced position. On a rare occasion, they were able to actually work a bit of space to get a cross into the area. Song's always moving backwards away from the momentum of the cross. Difficult opportunity from the header.
Kobayashi, excuse me. Lestienne. Now Saifullah. Goes out wide to Hafiz Noor. felt he was fouled. Officials don't take the same view.
Bit of afters there between Tanaka and Hafiz No. Inviting Tanaka on. He's going to get him back later. It's because he was being accused of a dive here. Tanaka has a couple of words for Hafiz No there. But again, they're showing great discipline as a team defensively, closing the spaces in between the lines. Okay, you want to go out to the wider areas, fine. Send it out into the wider channels, but there's no space to send crosses in, for the most part.
Excellent, haven't they? Albirex.
There you go. There you go.
There's the payback. There is the payback on Tanaka. I mean, it was too predictable, wasn't it?
He knew it was coming.
Oh.
I mean, I hope he feels that was worth it.
What has that achieved? You've got a yellow card, I'm guessing. Well, we'll get confirmation of that. You've now got a free kick you've got to contend with. I mean, it was cynical, right?
It was. I mean, we knew exactly what was coming.
Wow, I don't think he's even got a card for it.
He's gotten away with the free shot, the free hit at Tanaka.
Oh, wow, interesting. Perfect on that. Feeling that did not warrant a booking. Sugita. No foul. I think he ran into his own man. Here's Song Woo-young. Kim Shin-wook! He lashes that in! And they have narrowed that gap now, Lion City Sailors. It sets us up beautifully for the last 15.
Well, it does, but again, I mean, they've shown so much intensity here, Albirex Niigata, that they've ended up tackling themselves, and it's that mistake, really, that opens up the spaces for the Sailors to hit here. On this quick break, just loses out in midfield. Harris picks it up, he's on hand with a smart ball into Song, and it's quality from Kim Shin-wook with the finish.
12 goals for the big Korean. Well, I mean, we couldn't have asked for anything more now. This is perfect, right? From those who have no vested interest in this game, just as a spectacle. Well, here comes Omori. 4 of the last 5 games between these two sides have ended in draws.
You know, that goal coming from an Albirex mistake. But again, Albirex almost responding immediately there with an opening of their own. And straight away.
Pedro, surely not thinking of advancing that far. From Albirex again. By Kobayashi, taken by Tanaka. Here is Adetsu. For Ilhan Pierce. Lovely control from Saifullah.
It's follow through there on Ilhan Saifullah.
Well, there you go. Now it's Hafiz No. Did he just lash out there at Kodai Tanaka?
That's continuing from earlier.
Yeah. Now, the referee already gave him a let off earlier.
Well, Saifullah, initially was a really good touch, and he's taken it away. And on the follow through here, just made a connection with Ilhan. Not the best of challenges from him, but the problem was he was actually isolated there down the right-hand side. There was no options for him to go forward or to even go backwards. There was no one sort of supporting him, giving him that option to play it into.
Well, they are going to make a change. It is going to be Ilhan who comes off. This is his first game that he's played in scored, actually.
No, the other one was against the Lion City Sailors as well.
Ah, yes, that's
so
right.
it's it's the only side I think he hasn't scored against.
He's kind of had bits and pieces today, right? He's played his part, trying to link up.
Yeah, I think he's played his role. He's done his part with the team. You know, again, I said he acts as that focal point for them. He brings others into play, and he's there to sort of pin the central defenders. That creates a bit of space for players like Tanaka to go on and work with.
So this was unexpected, Tananarili, to... that, you know, but well, they're bringing him on.
I think they perhaps feel they need that experience in the closing stages of this one.
Like a galvanizing catalyst, right? Perhaps. Let's see how that pans out. Awkward. They can still finish here. How did that not go in?
Challenge by Kakuta. They had to get the timing of that spot on. Have a look at this. Song thinks, I'm going to set myself for a shot here. And in comes a leg from Kumpei Kakuta.
Well, that just kind of sums up this Albirex side. Tanaka, he's on a hat-trick. Squares it. Mori with the shot. That came off Gabriel Kwak.
They want more. They want more.
Well, you were also talking about a psychological blow, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're going to have an Albirex change now. And it's Sugita who makes way.
He should have had a goal, Sugita, in the first half, but he's put in again another really good strong shift for his team on the right hand side, replaced by Sambogi.
Sambogi, who started that last game, he's getting sporadic appearances.
Yeah, coming on late on in games just to try and close it off on the right hand side.
Yeah, good shift from Sugita. Assuming that they should close us out in the next 5-6 minutes, Russian. It really is a hammer blow, isn't it, for Lion City Sailors?
I think it is, because it's you look at it in terms of the performances overall. Yeah, the table will say it's still tight, it's still close, it's still a long way to go, and yes, there is, but unless the Sailors get out of this rut that they're in, that they've been in over the last few matches or so, it's looking worrying, it's looking concerning here. There's a lot of work for Kim Do-hoon to do with this side, a lot of work for these players to come up with some kind of response.
Here's Song Woo-young. Now Lestien with his right foot. Able to have the kind of influence that he normally has, isn't he?
I don't think he's fully fit. You can see, you know, obviously a fully fit Lestien would be starting these games.
Yeah.
And again, I think the impact has been limited by just how good Albirex have been in the defensive side of the game. You know, there's really been very little space to work with for Lion City Sailors in an attacking sense.
Just the 4 minutes now. Pedro Enrique, he can certainly do with some of his heroics, times two. Seems putting a hopeful ball up to Kim Shin-wook. Harris. Saifullah. Song. Kim Shin-wook. Can't quite get the end of it. Ikram Rifki. Just waiting for the drop. Kim Shin-wook. It's wide. It'll be a corner though. Got a little bit of a deflection along the way. Unfortunately, get to see that one, but it is going to be another corner. There you go. Decent save in the end, isn't it? The header off Pedro Enrique by Koga. Well, with only 2 minutes left on the clock, the best you could probably hope for now is consolation for Lion City Sailors, but it's the long-term, bigger picture now that I'm sure many will be looking at what this means for them. Full of running. Tadanari Lee, who's got that all-important fourth goal. Tanaka, the two-goal hero today, will make way. A little cameo here for Mahiro Takahashi. He has certainly done his job once again. Kodai Tanaka. Foul there. Looked like a frustrated challenge